vendors live at the Grove. I didn't know they had live music at the farmer's market. I have to forgive my hair. Forgot all the hair ties. Had an odd experience sitting, eating some Chinese food. This pair of women, like late 50s, the other one's late 20s, maybe early 30s. And I smile at them and they just sit down at my table, start talking at me. I couldn't tell which one was drunk. I think it was the mom. She's asking, hey, where are you from? What are you out here for? I told her I'm from Iowa, I'm out here for acting. She said they were journalists. But by the end of the conversation, they were just taking pictures of hot guys to send to the mom's mom, to send to like an 81-year-old woman. Okay. They asked permission. I said no, because I don't trust people out here. Sent them on their way, and they stopped another guy like 6 feet behind me after they had taken off. Well, I will be damned. Right now I'm heading down to the other end of the Grove because I saw some instruments set up down here, so I'm hoping there might be some live music down at this end as well. No dice. There's the stuff back there. I was getting set up when I was walking in here. Goodwill it is. It's been kind of a busy week. Last night, I audited a class at the studio Colin attends. That's Ivana Chubbuck's studio. I don't think it's for me. I have some sort of philosophical differences with the method. Plus, honestly, it just does not seem like a psychologically healthy place. The thing about acting is you're typically portraying characters who are in the midst of some big emotional struggle. And her method includes a really sort of age-old technique of really getting down into those emotions, and her suggestions for sort of reaching that often involves really twisted ways of thinking about things that are actually going on in the actor's life in order to accurately draw out the emotions into the character's life. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I've sort of built my new life over the past 4 years or so on untwisting thinking and trying to think logically about things that are happening in my life. I don't need any more twisted thinking. It did elicit a couple of very convincing performances. Unfortunately, I think they're served more by live action. The issue that I have is oftentimes on screen we don't have the benefit of being able to take the character from point A to point B, much less point A to point Z. We may skip a few, circle back around. In the same week, you may shoot the beginning and end of a story, and then you don't get to the middle, like the climax, for another couple of weeks or months. Plus, there's such a thing as continuity. The low-key examples are when, like, you'll see somebody drinking from a glass, and then it cuts to another person's perspective. It's supposed to be seconds later, but suddenly the glass is full where it was empty before. But there are much more severe examples of that really need to be avoided. As such, everything that you do needs to be really repeatable. And that's much harder to do when you're trying to live each moment as the character. That being said, it's worked for some impressive people before. I do want to get something figured out though, because we're going to be filming something possibly from Crazy Stupid Love. We have yet to decide 100% yet. We can't find a great scene from it, even though it's a great movie full of great scenes. We're going to be shooting that with our director. Basically, it's the same thing that selfie horror story was intended to be, just an opportunity for us to see how well we work together and to get an idea of how our equipment was going to treat us. Quick sidebar, there's a dude around here somewhere. I've seen him twice now in totally different parts of the neighborhood. He goes around, I can't tell if he's painting other people's bikes or if he's got a bike with him that he keeps painting over and over again, but he's everywhere. I have arrived at Airchi.